friends, welcome to Taci Studio. I am Taci and today I want to welcome you here if you are new. If you're coming back to see me again, welcome back, and I love to see you here. I am Taci and I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States with my husband, my 2 adult kids, my grandson, and our dog Mel. I love to knit, I love to crochet, I love to embroider, and I do a little bit of sewing also. And I would love to try many other crafts throughout my life. If you love crafting and doing any of those things that I mentioned as much as I do, stay here with me as I share my adventures with you. Today I'm so excited that I can share with you the adventures and everything that I have been making since January. I have made a few different videos, but I have not really updated you on what I have been up to. So today I would love to do that, and if you are excited about that, let's do it together. I first want to share with you what I'm wearing today, because this is the first time actually that I'm wearing my sweater. I have test knitted this sweater last April of 2025, and this is the Tulip Tunic by Beth McDonald Stones. I'm gonna share here with you a picture of hers. And then now I am going to show you mine. I am so very excited that I'm able to finally wear this. I did this and test knitted for Beth last year in, as I said, in April. And look at these details. This is a top-down sweater that has a very, very beautiful detail here. It's a drop shoulder, and the color work is done. Actually, this is bottom up sweater. It's not a top down. And I am completely in love with this detail. Is she does this rapid decreases here for you to pick up to do the neck, and I am absolutely in love with this sweater. I did this little detail on the sleeves, and I really like it, and I feel almost like the sleeves could have been a little bit longer. I prefer if they are a little bit longer, but I was afraid they were going to be too long because they have the open sleeve under in the end of the sleeves, and I just didn't want it to be too long, but I feel that it almost ended up a little too short. I might try to stretch it out. I did not stretch at all when I blocked it, and I feel that I could probably get more length out of it. If not, I might someday just get it a little bit bigger. I made one slight modification on the pattern. You're not supposed to decrease for the sleeves. The sleeves are supposed to be just big like this, and I made one decrease on mine, and I think you can see there, and one over here for just a couple of rows, but I feel that I did not even need to do that. This was done, the yarn that I used for this was the Spin Cycle Spinster Daughter worsted, which is the main color, and this color that I chose is the Love Me Like You Used To. I used a total of 5 skeins of the main color, and then in here I used the Farmer's Daughter, Farmer's Daughter Old Dang in the color Flower Point, And then for the top of the tulips, I used the Farmer's Daughter Odeng and Sokapi, both of them on the color Flower Point. The gauge for this sweater is 20 stitches and 24 rows, and I used a total of 1,576 yards, being that for the main color I used 5 skeins, and for the other 2 colors I used I needed only 1 skein, but I do not know exactly the amount that I used of each, but I have a very detailed, since I did this was a test for Beth McDonald Stone. I have very detailed notes on my Ravelry. I absolutely love this sweater. I wasn't able to wear because it's a worsted weight, so it was a pretty heavy sweater for after I finished, which I finished it in the end of April, I believe. I think it was on April 17 to be exact. And I feel that I don't remember the exact time I started, and I couldn't find my journal. You all know that I put all these notes on my journal, but I don't feel that I took very long to make it. It was a worsted weight, so it's just fabulous. Beth is a designer that does not need introduction. She is just amazing. So I think that if you haven't knit one of her patterns yet, you would be very happy with any of her designs. So that's what I'm wearing. And now that I finished telling you all about this wonderful sweater that I'm wearing, I'm gonna talk to you about the things that I have finished since January, my work in progress, some acquisitions and gift that I got this month for my birthday, and just a few other life things that have been going on. I'm gonna start with what I finished in January, and for those things I just have pictures because I don't have them with me. The first one I finished the river beanie for my son, and that is a pattern by I actually forgot to write the designer, and I will put the information here for you. I used the Sweet Georgia Cashlax fine yarn in a very, very beautiful color. It's the deep olive. My son loves green, and this was just perfect for him. And I made the biggest size because he does not like when the hats are too tight on his head, and both him and we have bigger heads. So I started this hat for him on January 5th of 2026 this year, which is actually his birthday, and then I finished it on January 30th. It took me a little bit longer because I made this, I wasn't just being monogamous and working just on the hat, and the hat fits him really, really well. I think that he really liked. I don't have the yarn ball anymore, of course, because I used it, but I'm keeping it on my trusted journal that I make every year, and I will show you a little bit towards the end of this video how I do my journals. I finished, and I in the past have bought different journals, and this year I decided to go back to what I usually do, which I have been doing for many years, which is just bought a clean plain journal, and I do my own I put my own information the way that I like to do it on the journal. So I will show you a little bit more towards the end of this video, but that was it for his hat. And I bought this yarn back in, I believe it was in Florida when we were there a couple years ago. And I was happy that I was finally able to use that and to use up my stash, which is one of my objectives for this year. The second thing that I finished this year was my Woolens and Nosh yarn from the 2024 Advent. I started my socks last year, and I can put a picture here for you to see on 2024 actually. And then I finished in December of 2025. I only did one sock in 2024 for the Advent. So this 2025, I just finished the second sock, and I was actually pretty happy with it. I've been experimenting and trying to figure out how I can get to the perfect sock for myself. And it's been a journey because it's been over a year and I still don't have the perfect sock. But I think that Leslie Friend, she has kind of a similar feeling with handmade socks, that she said it's kind of not so comfortable on her feet. I have had the same problem and the same issue, and I decided, and she said that she uses a size 0. So I'm making a new socks and I will show you soon. And I have decided to try with size 0 also to see if it works best for me. So this was another thing that I finished. Now for the thing that it's almost finished, I could almost consider a finished object, but there's one little thing that I forgot that I did not do, and I'll explain why I haven't done it yet. But that is my beautiful Woolfolk anniversary sweater. I am so very excited about this. I will show you a picture on my journal of the sweater, and I can maybe put some pictures here also, but this is the picture that inspired me. I bought the yarn on the I believe, yeah, it was on Sacred Sheep in November of 2024. And my intention was to make a Christmas sweater, so I waited until 2025 to make my sweater. However, this past year in December, there were so many things, and I think I kind of talked a little bit on a different episode, and I wasn't able to finish. So I did finish now in February, and I feel that it's also nice because I think I'm on my red era, and you will see why. I'm also needing something else in red, and I'm really enjoying red right now, although it's not my color. It's not a color that I usually pick to make something for myself, but I have been very happy with this sweater. This turned out to be amazing for me, and I actually really like red right now to wear it. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of specifics on this. I have this is the Woolfolk anniversary sweater, and it was for the anniversary and 10-year anniversary, the design in 2024. I'm knitting size 1. I made a size 1 for me because it's an oversized sweater and I didn't want to be too oversized. I love the details on this sweater, and I love this detail here. It's a drop shoulder. It's a top-down sweater. You start on the very top, and then you leave neck to do later, I picked up, and you have two options which you can do, and you can see here on the picture, and I can also actually post a picture here so you can see that it has a crew neck option or a turtleneck option, and I decided to do a halfway option. I didn't want a really long neck, but I also did not want a short crew neck. I love this detail here on the neck for when you pick up the neck. I also love the detail. I learned how to do, finally, how to do the Italian bind off, actually the tubular bind off. I know that there is a difference between the Italian and tubular, and I did do the two, I will show you, I did the two setup rows to make the tubular bind off, and I really like that because it made this really pretty edge and detail. I am very proud of myself for learning and doing this. I have tried a couple of times to do a tubular bind off, and I have never really been able to do it. And I think it's because I've found out that to do this, I need complete concentration, and I can't really be distracted or watching TV or doing anything else. And this time I tried like that, and I was able to learn, I was able to do. So I actually checked one of my objectives for my bingo card this year, which is to learn a new technique. And I was very excited and happy that I was able to do it. I know it's a simple thing. I know a lot of people do that, but I do not know why I had struggled with it so much. And I'm so happy that I finally was able to do it. So I also love the details on, this is the sleeve. And somebody has asked me why I put so many markers in here. And basically it is for me to keep track of how many times I have decreased and the decreases. So this way, when I go work on the next sleeve, because I do not do two at the same time, then I can follow that, or I can double check with the one that I had already done, which makes it a little easier for me. So I also really love this detail. The detail is actually under the sleeve, on the under part of the sleeve, and I really love it. And I feel that it's gonna really bloom and look really good, and you are gonna be able to see the detail better once the sweater is actually blocked. So we have this same detail here at the bottom, which also needs, I think that you will be able to see a lot better. Right now it's rolling a little bit, but I know that once I block, it's not going to do that. And you have that at the bottom of the sweater also. What else? I did not really modify anything other than the neck that I did, as I said, in between the crew neck and the turtleneck. I think that I gave you all the details except for the yarn. I used the Wool Folk Tauve, and the color is T20, and it's a really true pretty red. It's a 175 yards or 158 meters for each ball, and I used 5 balls for, no, actually I do not know exactly. The 5 balls was for this sweater here. I do not know exactly how much yardage or how many skeins I used on this, because I have not completely finished yet. And this yarn is I do not have the information on the composition on this label, but it was amazing to work with, and it's super soft, and I feel like it's going to be like a sweatshirt that I can leave on, and I am very, very excited to wear this one. So I think this is it for what I have finished. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about, for this sweater, when I started doing the sleeve, I had seen a video a while ago, and I thought I was going to try on my next sweater, and I did. And I post a video. If you want to see the video itself, you can look here on YouTube. I made a short, or you can look on my Instagram, and I made a video showing how I now do my sleeves, and it was just such a lifesaver for me. I put my sweater on a bowl. I actually just used a bowl that I had bought at Costco, and because it's a metal bowl, it slides really well. And I just turn the bowl as I'm doing and knitting the sleeve, and you don't even have to move your knitting at all. The video got so many views. I had no idea that it was going to do that. And I am so glad, because I actually thought that it was a really good idea, and I thought that it would be fun for other people to try to do the same thing. And I think that a lot of people liked, because the video got a lot of attention. So I hope that if you haven't seen it, that you can go look, because it is an amazing idea and it worked really, really well for me. So I was pretty excited about it. So now let's go to work in progress. I had mentioned that I wanted to try to not have more than 2 or 3 projects on my needles at a time, but I wasn't really true to what I had talked about this month, because I had a birthday this month, and on my birthday I really had that urge to cast on a few projects, and that's what I did, because it was my birthday and I deserved it, right? So here's the first project. Oh, and I forgot to show you the bag that I keep my sweaters when I'm making a sweater. I got this bag for myself last year at the Flock and Fiber, and it is the mica bag, and there are so many of them. I love that it's like so big on the sides, and that I'm able to keep a whole sweater here, and it's so cute and cheery. I love yellow, and this bag has been I've been using mostly as my sweater bag. So the bags that I keep the sweaters that I'm making, and I'm super happy with it. I also got this for myself in December, and absolutely love this bag. I saw Renee from and Rachel from Table 10. They had, I love watching them, they are so much fun, and they had one of these bags. It's from the Renninger Wool Company, and this one is Clover, the one of the sheep that they have, and I absolutely love this bag also. In here in this bag, I'm keeping my two-tone twist by Leslie Friend, and I am so happy with this project. I can't wait to finish it. And the only reason I haven't finished yet is because I have been only knitting on this when I'm going somewhere, or if I'm like when I have my knitting group and I want to be able to talk with my friends, because it's a super easy pattern, and I feel that it's not one that I need to be concentrating on. I started this last year, actually, when we traveled to Europe, and I stopped because I actually did not have very much time to do to knit, because we had so many things we wanted to see, so many things that we wanted to do. So I started last year, but then I put it on hold and I started again. I restarted this year, and now it's going to take me a little while just because of the fact that I don't knit on it very much. The designer, as I said before, is Leslie Friend, my lovely friend. She is absolutely amazing. I love everything that she makes. And I have said this in the very beginning when I discovered her YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel and an Instagram, that I wanted to be her when I grow up. So I just love everything and the way she dresses and everything she knits. So, and I'm sure that you already know her. But the yarn I used for this, for her, I also love her designs, I should say that. And I have knitted several of her designs, and she is also, her patterns are very well written, and I love knitting her projects. Thank you, Leslie, for all those fabulous inspiration that you give to us. I'm using the Magpie Fiber Swanky DK, and in the color Flock, Lock, and Drop It. I bought it last year at the Flock and Fiber in Seattle. And I'm also, the second color, I was going to do it all in one color, but since it's a two-tone twist, I decided I should be true to the pattern and make it in two colors. So the second one that I'm using here is the Double Sunday, and it is the color Camel 2542. And I made an entry, didn't finish yet, but made an entry on my journal. And as I said, I can talk a little bit more about my journal a little bit later. And this is one of the things that it's still waiting to be finished, and it's going slowly because I decided that I just want to knit on it once in a while, and then it will be done when it gets done. The next thing that I've been working on is my jaunty, the jaunty shawl by Andrea Mowry, and I am really enjoying this pattern, although I have to say I have made a couple mistakes on it, but nothing that I couldn't recuperate from. And I am very excited to be able to start seeing the change in colors. I am not a spinner. I wish I was, but I have tried a few times and I'm still not convinced if it is for me or not. But I do love hand spun yarn. And because I don't have that, I am using Spin Cycle for my jaunty. And I started with this, which I believe I am going to have to look up the colors for you. This one is, these are dyed in the wool, and this color is Bright Idea, this one here. And then I'm going to probably go to this color, which is Every Rose, and I really like that too. I'm so excited to use this one and see all the different colors on it. And this one here, for which I do not have the label, and so unfortunately I do not know that color because I don't have the label. And if I find it, I'll write it down here. I'm really enjoying this. Is the half fisherman rib, and it's the first time that, no, actually it's the second time that I do this pattern, and I really enjoy, and it's really fun. It's the both times that I made a mistake was just because I was trying to make it in the evening, late in the evening, and I was tired. So it just, sometimes being super tired and trying to work on a project was a little bit dark, does not work for me. But it's okay, it's the journey, and I'm okay with having to undo a little bit and go back to do it again. So that's fun. And well, that's not fun, not the part that I had to redo it, but it's a fun project. So I am just gonna keep plugging along. So the next thing that I'm working on, I'm working and using this bag, which is I think is a Della bag. And I also, and if Renee would ever watch my video, which I don't think she does, but if she would ever watch that, she would think that I'm completely and totally copying her. And I saw that she had this bag. Actually, she had a different one, a bigger one. And when I saw that, it was a bigger one and a different color. But I saw that she had that. I had always wanted to buy one of these, especially for my socks. And I went to the website and I bought that to keep my socks. So this is living on this bag. And it is, in this case, I am completely copying her, except that in a different color. I am making Summerly from her the Sock Project book. I'm making her socks, the Sea Fair socks. She this is the sock from her book, and it's so adorable. And I think Renee is making the same one this month. They have joined the sock squad. I have joined also, but I don't have my yarn yet. So I am making mine also in red because it's February and it's heart month, and because, like I said, I'm on my red era, I think. And this is all that I have made so far, but I am so excited to see these cables coming to life, and it's starting to look so pretty, and I'm very happy and can't wait to have this done and be able to wear this maybe with my Birkenstocks. And so you can see a little bit of red peeking out. And I'm using also I did this after I saw Leslie Friend's recommendation of using the size 0 needles, and this time I'm using the 9 millimeters. No, 9. It has to be 9 inches. Yeah. So and the circular needles, but per her recommendation, Leslie recommendation, she said she makes the first 2 rows with a size 2. So this here is not very tight, and then she changes to size 1, and that's what I did. And I'm hoping that with this I will be able to have socks that fits me this time. As I said and mentioned before, I have been on a quest to try to find the perfect socks for me, and I haven't been able to do that yet, but I'm hoping that it's going to happen soon. The next project that I have, it's a long term project which I got a couple years ago, and I started doing it, and my hope is to be able to do about maybe 1 row a day. And if I don't do it every day, I will catch up in the weekends. And it's a project by Marie Whalen, and it comes on this lovely bag. because I bought the kit, and it is the maple scarf. I am so in love with this scarf, but it felt to me like a little bit overwhelming to be able to try to do it all at once. So what I decided is that I will do 1 row a day, or once in a while I do 2 or 3 rows, and it's gonna go very, very slowly. But if I finished for next winter, I will be very, very happy about it. So far, this is what I have, and I am super happy. I love the colors. I am using the yarn that came on the kit, which is British Breeds, and it has so many colors that I'm not going to be able to tell you here all of the colors, but I will start my Ravelry page for this and put all the colors in there. That's one of the objectives that I have this year. So this is going to be a very long term progress, and I will keep you updated as I go once in a while, because since it's something that it's going to go very slowly, I don't think that I am going to talk to you about it every single time that I do. But the next project, the next work in progress, is something super special and super special to me. I have been wanting this book, which my sisters gave to me for my birthday, and I have been wanting to buy this book for over a year. I am in love with Dee Hardwick and all of her projects, but when I saw the clematis shawl by her, I absolutely fell in love. But I have been looking to see if I could find a kit for about a year, because I wanted to buy that last year for my birthday, and I have not been able to find one. So then I saw that Kim from Knitting with Kim and Jonah, she was making this, and then I saw on one of her videos that she had finished, and then I saw it all made, and I fell in love even more. And then she mentioned that she had bought a kit for it. So I did ask her if she would be okay, and if I asked where she bought the kit. And then we started talking and having a conversation, and she had bought a kit, and she had the whole kit, because it's a lot of yarn for you to make just one scarf. The whole kit, she only used about half. So then I asked her if she would not mind to share with me, that I would pay her for half of it. And she gladly said that, yeah, she could do that, because she had already made hers and she was not going to use probably the other half. But she not only sent me the yarn, of course not, because Kim is just an adorable person, and she is so giving and so fun and so nice. She sent the yarn to me, and I did pay her for the half of the yarn, but she said that I didn't even need to, or I did not have to pay for half. She was just so gracious, and I'm so glad that she did, because it made my life so much easier to be able to make this, having all the yarn in one place, because that was my hesitation before. And on my birthday, I cast on, but this is also going to be, I was going to just make this one when we travel, because we travel about once a month and go to Central Oregon, and I was going to use this to work on this when we travel, but I just really feel like working on it a little bit. So when I feel like doing that, I will work on it also. I am not going to take all of the yarn out because I can also put a page on my Ravelry there, a project page, but I'm using the mohair silk from La Bien-Aimée and in several different colors. And she sent me this little bag from, she just went to A Time to Remember and she sent me the bag also. Isn't that so adorable? And she not only sent me the bag, look at this, isn't that adorable? She sent me a package of wool wash. She sent me a little sticker, which is so adorable, and I'm gonna put it on my computer. She also sent me a little pin, which I'm gonna put on my bag, and a little stitch marker. So, oh, can you see it? So cute. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you for being so gracious. Thank you for being so nice. And I absolutely love our community and how we get to know and to meet so many fun and nice people. This is just a blessing to be able to be a part of a community that it's in a time when things are so hard and that we feel so heavy sometimes. To get something like this and to know that somebody and have thought about me in such a way, it just makes us feel a little bit lighter. And I want to thank you, Kim, for that. And I wanted to thank you for making me feel special. So thank you so much. And I think that that is it for me, for my work in progress. Is a lot more than what I was planning to do, because I was hoping to stay with just 2 projects, but I wanted to show you now my acquisitions. So this last month for my birthday, I got a skein of Pearl Soho extra fine merino wool. This is a worsted weight. I wanted to make a dark blue hat for myself, almost navy blue, and this seemed perfect. This is made in Peru. It has 200 yards for 100 grams, and the color is dark denim. It is a 80% extra fine merino wool, 20% baby alpaca, and it is a light worsted weight. And I'm so excited to work with that and make my hat. The other thing that I bought for myself was this Night Fine, and it is also from Pearl Soho. I bought those 2 from Pearl Soho, and it is the Night Fine, and it has 100% cashmere, and I am so excited to use this. I am thinking about making a shawl with this, and just a small little shawl, because it's so soft. It would be great to have around my neck, because sometimes I'm very sensitive with some yarns around my neck. And I also got another cashmere yarn, but I gave it to my cousin as a gift, and from Pearl Soho also. And Pearl Soho sent me this little mini as a free sample, and it's called Till. It's 100% Andean Highland wool, and is a worsted iron to chunky bulky weight. This color is called Giant Sequoia, and it's gorgeous. I would for sure buy this on my next time that I order anything from Pearl Soho. I also wanted to show you something that I got as a gift. One of my friends gave me a gift, she showered me with gifts this year, and she gave me one of them. I wanted to show you because I think it is the cutest thing ever. Remember that I said that I wanted to show you that I wanted to crochet a little bit more this year? This is perfect for that, and it's going to be so much fun to make this. I do not know where she got it, but it's the complete crochet kit to make this flower pot, and I'm so excited. I hope I can make that with her, because then we can have that as a little spring project, and I'm really looking forward to making that with her. I'm also working on a crochet project, but I can't really show you today because I've looked everywhere and I don't know where I left my bag. I think that I left on my son's car because I had it last time, but I'll show you a picture here, and it is the M-Days shawl, crochet shawl by Moan from, it used to be called Crochet Object. Her YouTube is now called M-Days, but used to be called Crochet Object. And I am making the shawl with the Twisted Ambitions yarn and in the color Chestnuts. I made an entry, or I started an entry on my journal, and I am loving making that simple granny stripe shawl. I think that's it for what I have been knitting and crocheting. Unfortunately, I did not have my crochet project with me, and I really hope that I find it. I hope that I left it in my son's car, but I just couldn't find it today to show you, but the next time I will. I also have been so excited to watch the Olympics. I don't know if that's something you like, but I love it, and I love because it's something I can do, and then I can knit or crochet while I'm doing that. And I just love this year to see how many people have taken into knitting, and how many people notice, all those athletes, that it's good for them and it's good for them to get more relaxed before, or do some mindfulness before they start a competition. That was so exciting to see that. I hope that you enjoyed that. It's just really, really fun. I am trying to get back to reading. I used to read a lot, but once I started knitting, I am not the kind of person that can read and knit. And I have thought several times to maybe get audiobooks. I have a couple actually, and I could listen to the my books, but I usually watch podcasts when I'm knitting, or watch a movie with my husband. So I usually only read when I go to sleep, but I'm trying to get back into that because for a while now I don't sleep very well at night, and I have a really hard time to fall asleep. So I have been trying to read more because that helps me with falling asleep. Currently I'm reading a book though called Covenant House, and I heard from a few people that it was a really good book, and then I bought it, but I just can't get into it very much. If you have any suggestions or any books that you know it's good, I'm trying to find a book that it's engaging, that helps me with relaxing. I just want something light and fun, so it would help me fall asleep. I have heard that there's, I just heard somebody mentioned, I think it's called Vanishing Fleece, and I'm gonna check that one. But if you have any suggestions, I would love to know some good, fun, light books. I also have been trying to make a new recipe every month, and there's one I just discovered, one new person that I'm following on Instagram, and I will link his Instagram on the video description, but it's Our Cooking Journey. Excuse me. And his name is Francesco Matana, and he makes a lot of really good Italian recipes. And since we were in Italy in the end of last year, I love Italian food. I've been making some of his recipes. Last week I made the puttanesca, and it was pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to check that. And I think that's all that I wanted to talk today. I hope that you are enjoying, that you're having fun. I know that we are having so many things happening in the world and everywhere, and that everybody's heart can get a little bit heavy this time. But I also believe that through our craft, we can make ourselves and our bodies healthier, and it can help us to relax and to be more mindful. And that's one of the things I'm really trying to do, to be able to get through a lot of anxiety and all the things that's going on. I hope that you are also taking care of yourself, that you are enjoying, that you are having fun, that you keep knitting, crocheting, crafting, or doing what makes you happy. Until I see you again, if you enjoy this kind of videos, do the YouTube thing. Like and subscribe if you want to. And I can't wait to see you again. Thank you for being here with me. It means a lot. Thank you. Ciao.